What is good, Ninja? OG over here from Player Essence, and welcome to the P Nintendo Switch and Gaming News video. Today, we've got some awesome information for you guys. It's already been a pretty busy Thursday, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Surprise! Hulu is coming to the Nintendo Switch today, according to Nintendo. So Nintendo just issued the weekly Nintendo download report. As usual, nothing out of order there. However, there was a small little nugget kind of tucked away in there that would seem to be somewhat important, right? So Nintendo lists Hulu as one of today's brand new releases on the Nintendo Switch, the Hulu app where you can watch TV, all that good stuff. So the official page is currently offline as of the time that I'm recording this video, but it should be up once the eShop updates. So depending on when you're watching, it might already be up, which is really cool. Now, in the past, Nintendo has mentioned that Hulu and streaming apps will be coming in due time, but it does seem like those are going to start being rolled out pretty soon here. We've got Hulu. I think it's because of the holiday season. I thought they would wait till 2018, but maybe they want to get this stuff out and make the Nintendo Switch more appealing in the holiday season with Hulu and Netflix and all of that, because that would be really good. I think that if you have Mario, you have Zelda, you have all of these third-party games like Doom and LA Noire and all these other games releasing, on top of that you get those streaming apps also in there, then it makes it a little bit more of a compelling package for even more of the casual consumer out there. So I'm liking the fact that they're starting to roll these streaming apps out. And I never really complained for them because Nintendo already said, hey, we'll get them out in due time. And here we go. We're already starting to get them. Nintendo just wanted to make sure that they rolled it out in a fashion that was right, and they felt like this was the right time to bring out Hulu. So we'll see when Netflix comes over. We'll see when some of the other ones, YouTube is probably one that people are really going to want on their Nintendo Switch. And overall, I'm happy that they're finally starting to come out. Now, I already have a smart TV with everything kind of built into there, and tablets and smartphones and all that stuff that does video streaming a lot better than my Nintendo Switch, heck, a lot better than most of my devices that I have. But at the same time, it's cool for those who maybe don't have all of that. So I'm really happy for those people that they can watch Hulu, or they can do whatever they need to do upcoming whenever any of the other streaming apps come to the Nintendo Switch. So what do you guys think about Hulu coming to the system? Will you be taking advantage of the Hulu app on the Nintendo Switch? Let me know in the comment section below. Alright, and moving on to the next article here. Atelier Lydie and Suel field gameplay has been revealed. We got some brand new footage of the game in action, and Gust has released some brand new gameplay footage of Atelier Lydie and Suel, the alchemist and the mysterious paintings showcasing the field in the game. Now, Atelier Lydie and Suel, the alchemist and the mysterious painting, is due out for the PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and PS Vita in Japan on December 21st. And for the PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and a PC version via Steam in North America and Europe in early 2018. So there will be no PS Vita version for North America unless you feel like importing or whatever the case is. And Japan isn't getting the PC version of the game, so they just kind of swapped those two out, which we're kind of seeing a lot with Koei Tecmo games recently. Attack on Titan 2 is also doing that, and I think Knights of Azure also did that as well. So they're just basically swapping the PS Vita version with the PC when it comes to North America and to Europe. And I'm actually really interested in this game. I played the last one before. I've talked about it on my channel. I actually think I have a Let's Play on my channel too. If you just type in Atelier, you'll find it there somewhere. And yeah, I really want to check this one out. It seems like the combat has been upgraded a little bit. Seems like it's a little bit more intense in there. I'm just hoping that they optimize the Nintendo Switch version a little bit more than they did with Knights of Azure 2 on the Nintendo Switch. Just because that game's not necessarily horrible running on the Switch, it definitely does not run at a good enough level, especially in the handheld mode. So I'm hoping that they really optimize the handheld mode in addition to optimizing on TV play, so we can get it closer to the PS4 version, which runs probably at 60 frames per second like Knights of Azure 2 did, which Knights of Azure 2 on the Switch ran at 30. So I'm hoping that they can optimize it, because I don't think Knights of Azure and these type of games, especially how they look, should be running at 30 frames per second on the Nintendo Switch. I think there's enough juice in there to get it to run at 60, just because look at Nintendo's games that run at 60, like Super Mario Odyssey, for example. And both of them have an anime or cartoon type of art style here. We're not talking about super high end. So I'm hoping that they've optimized their engine and they've got things ready to rock and roll on the Nintendo Switch in 2018 when it comes to Atelier Lydie. And hopefully it does run better than Knights of Azure 2 on the Nintendo Switch. Now, with that being said, Knights of Azure 2 is still fun on the Nintendo Switch, but they just need to kind of optimize things a little bit more. So what do you guys think about this game? Are you interested in it at all? Let me know in the comment section below. Classic turn-based RPG. think it might be pretty good. So let me know what your thoughts are. All right, and moving into the last article here, LA Noire Nintendo Switch details have been revealed. Plus, we have that first footage from the brand new trailer that Rockstar released as well. So Tech Radar was recently able to go hands-on with the brand new Nintendo Switch version of LA Noire, and the site has reported on a bunch of different functionalities, features, and details that the Nintendo Switch version of the game will offer exclusively on the system. So I think this is pretty cool. There's a lot of great tweaks in here, a lot of great additions that you're not going to find anywhere else, that I think that will make playing this game a lot better, because I played this all the way back in 2011 on the Xbox 360, and while it's a good game, a little rough around the edges, it looks like the Nintendo Switch version is going to smoothen out a lot of that stuff. So let's go ahead and get into the information here. So the game will run at 1080p docked. In handheld mode, it will be at 720p. Now, the game may have some pop-in during some driving sequences. However, interrogations have been streamlined quite a bit, which is really good. Some of those interrogations can be kind of lengthy. So you now have 3 clear options to pick when responding to a suspect's story. Good cop, where you play along in a supportive manner. Bad cop, where you get aggressive with your questioning. And accuse, where you accuse the suspect of whatever they're doing is wrong, or maybe they're lying, or whatever the case is. Now, these 3 options will now appear next to your suspect in large Norse lettering, and be played with a Pro Controller as well. If you want to play with the Pro Controller, you're able to use the Nintendo Switch's touchscreen in handheld mode. Interact with crime scenes and clues by tapping on the items to pick them up and moving them around with the drag of a finger. So really good touch functionality as well. The touch functionality also makes it easier to interact with your notebook, as well as you can just flick your finger to turn the pages. A new simplified form of movement has been introduced, allowing you to tap on your surrounding environment and have Cole walk towards it. So almost like a point and click type of play. So if you want to just completely chillax with just the tablet in your hand, no Joy-Cons, and just basically play the game that way, it's almost as if you can do that, but you'll probably need to be able to shoot and stuff like that. So you're going to need the Joy-Cons, but it seems like in some of the areas that you will be able to play that way. So that's actually really cool too, for those who just want to relax and play the game. Now, by detaching the Joy-Con, you can use the motion controls to aim and control the camera, rotate and inspect clues from various angles, and even put up your dukes and brawl. So we've got some motion control boxing going on here. Watch out Wii Sports, watch out Wii Sports Resort. New unlockable outfits and 2 new cinematic camera angles, which allow the player to get a much wider view of the crime scene, which is very important. Closer look with a tighter over-the-shoulder viewpoint is introduced as well. So a lot of these changes are some of the things that I had an issue with when it comes to LA Noire on the Xbox 360. The camera did seem kind of like honed in a little bit more. The controls necessarily weren't the best in the game and needed a little bit of refinement, and there seemed to be quite a bit of options when you were doing the interrogation. So it seems like they did kind of take away some of the complexity when it comes to the interrogations, but at the same time they led you in a more of a path that could be enjoyable, because there's some times where I swear that I felt that I picked the right answer and it was like, nope, that was necessarily wrong, and like you didn't get as good of a score on your cases. So for some people, I think they're going to really like the streamlined approach, especially if you're new to these type of games. So I do really like that. I also like the fact that they're improving with HD Rumble. They're getting you Joy-Con where you can aim as far as the controls go. That is awesome, and that's going to be a big help for those who want to use that, because like I said before, the shooting and the aiming in LA Noire on the Xbox 360 was a bit rough. It was not my favorite thing to do in the game, but with some of these IR controls, it could be pretty cool and fun to do that. I'm not sure about the motion controls as far as fighting goes, but the fighting in the game was horrible to begin with, so I'm not sure how much better it's going to be. Probably just going to use the buttons there, but overall this seems like a very high quality port. It seems like a super high quality port. They've added in a ton of great stuff to make the game better, and the game reviewed really well back in the day. I think it has like an 89 or 90 on Metacritic or something like that, because of how unique it was. And there was a lot of people who didn't play this game, and this game never came to a Nintendo system. So I'm actually really happy that Rockstar is supporting this game on the Nintendo Switch. I mean, it's one of those things to where, yes, it's an old port, but I'd rather have it than not have it, because this game was coming to PS4 and Xbox One no matter what. So I'm glad that they included the Nintendo Switch in there. And there's a big opportunity, especially with the portable play of the system, be able to play this game anywhere that you want. I think it makes it more appealing than any other version of the game out there. Also, on one more side note, guys, you get all of the DLC, all of the content, everything's all packed into there as far as the version goes. You get everything in there, although it is going to be a little bit more expensive on the Nintendo Switch. However, it is going to be a little bit more expensive on the Nintendo Switch, and there is going to be some mandatory downloads like we've talked about before. I've already done videos, so if you want more information on that, just type in LA Noire on my channel and you'll see that there. Alright, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. It really helps us out. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon and YouTube Live sponsorship page and consider supporting Player Essence. When you do so, it gets you access to custom themed emotes for sponsorships. In addition to that, live stream tournaments and Discord voice chat. So check out the link in the description below and consider supporting Player Essence right here on YouTube. Also, make sure you hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you, Ninja, for the next video. Peace.